Welcome to episode 528 of Apartment Hacker. This is Mike Brewer, Apartment Hacker. It is my mission to tease out human potential in the multifamily space. Fun fact, interesting fact, the application of analytics, deep learning, machine learning in the NBA. Not unlike baseball from a number of years ago, I think it was 10 or 15 years ago, that Michael Lewis wrote a Moneyball book, turned into a movie later on. But anyway, cutting to the point of this video, Brad Stevens, coach of the Boston Celtics, has suggested that he doesn't really have 5 positions anymore on a basketball team. It used to be that there was a point guard, a shooting guard, a strong forward, and 2 baseline guys, or one inside, one plays a little bit inside, a little bit outside. Anyway, today he thinks there are really just 3 positions on his basketball team, and that is really the ball handler, the wings, and the bigs, right? Bigs being the guys down in the post. And it made me think about the multifamily space in terms of the transition that we are facing, in that our on-site teams, as you introduce more and more automation into the equation, will really reduce the number of positions. Not unlike in the NBA, where you're not going to have 5 positions anymore, you're not going to have 3 or 4 or 5 traditional positions at the site level anymore, especially on the administrative side of the business, meaning the property manager, the assistant manager, and the leasing consultant. As data analytics, deep learning, machine learning, automation, etc., introduces themselves, I guess, into the equation, at some point we have to reimagine what a leasing consultant does. We have to reimagine what an assistant manager does. We have to reimagine what a property manager does. And so it's not just the multifamily space. In fact, we are really far behind as an industry, but these leading edge industries, baseball 15 years ago, probably longer than that, where stats and AI, or at least the rumblings of AI, were starting to enter the marketplace. Now the NBA is really heavily statistically driven. They still have scouts, but the data really augments the scouts' efforts. The same thing is going to happen in the multifamily space, and it's going to happen sooner rather than later. And I just think it's really important for all of our property management companies across this great country to start to set in place programs that reskill people in their current positions. The way we do sales today will not be the way we do sales tomorrow. The way we do assistant management duties and responsibilities is not the way we do it tomorrow. Same thing for the property management position. So I think it's incumbent upon everybody in the multifamily space to start to think about, how do you reskill those particular individuals, so that in the work of tomorrow, and when I say tomorrow, that it's here today, and as soon as those technologies get adopted and put into place, if you're not reskilled, you could, I mean, worst case scenarios, you could be out in the cold in the sense that you just don't know how to operate in the new way of business, the new way of doing business. So anyway, I thought it was an interesting point that Brad Stevens now thinks about that in the NBA. It made me think about that as it relates to the multifamily space. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.